Elizabeth McCormick, former U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter pilot, and Josh Schirard, commercial pilot. Thank you both for joining me about this. Elizabeth,
Yes.
when you're checking boxes about what matters in this situation based on what you've seen and what you've heard, what are those boxes?
So the biggest flag for me was that they said it was as soon as they said a crew of 3, on a training mission, and flying visual in a dense airspace, they really should have had 2 crew chiefs, one on each side, to clear the back of the helicopter and the view. So to me, it wasn't the only reason, the only issue, and the only cause, but it was a contributing factor.
Now, Josh, you're nodding along. As someone, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm in airplanes. I've been in Black Hawk helicopters many, many times. I look and I see a beautiful night, a clear sky, and I hear all of these people telling them what to do, and I see all the planes doing what they usually do. I don't understand what's difficult about this. What am I missing?
Yeah, so when you get 2 planes like this that are both technically VFR, they're visual flight rules. I mean, the CRJ was cleared for a visual approach, which means pilots are out looking at the runway, they're looking at the surrounding areas. And then, of course, the Black Hawk also on visual flight rules. So when you get a situation where these helicopters or these aircraft are getting close, we even hear to the controllers come on and say, Pat 25, the Black Hawk helicopter, do you have the CRJ in sight? And he says, yes. At that point, the controllers take a little step back and say, okay, I understand they're close, but they can see each other. So I'm assuming that they're going to be able to see and avoid. The question is did the Black Hawk crew spot the right aircraft, or did they spot the correct aircraft? But at night, sometimes all you're seeing is just a few position lights and landing lights. And it's fairly difficult to tell the travel of that aircraft. And you only have a few seconds to do that. So extrapolating that very quickly, they may not have been able to understand where that aircraft was traveling in order to make an escape maneuver.
One more step down that road for me, Elizabeth. Help me understand a little bit more. I get it. I say I see it, but why is that not as simple as it would be?
So watch the beginning part of the video. There's another aircraft taking off. See that? Taking off. That's the one I believe the Black Hawk said they could see. They did not see the one that was above and behind them. So to me, the air traffic control typically would say, do you have the other aircraft at 5 o'clock? Do you have the other aircraft at your 11 o'clock? And a little bit more clarity from the air traffic controller. If they had said, do you have the one at 5 o'clock? And they're looking at the one at 11 o'clock, they would know that the crew chief's sticking his head out the window to get eyes on it and see where it is.
What am I missing, Josh, about how, well, it seems like it's right there next to you, would be easy to see. You said that sometimes you only see the marker lights. Tom, the pilot who died in the airline, the American Airlines plane, his father told me that you just heard, no, that the light from the city is blinding to see a chopper against that. Explain that.
Yeah, so especially on an approach and you're on a descent, so the cockpits of those aircraft are really not built to see down, down the nose. So when you sit in it, you're really barely looking over that dash. So once again, trying to look down for a plane is very difficult. And 2, they're facing north, and so they're searching for. If they were searching for this Black Hawk, they're searching north and trying to position that aircraft amongst the lights of the city. And helicopters don't move in the same manner that aircraft do. They don't move nearly as fast. And so trying to spot moving lights against that city background is going to be incredibly difficult at night for any experienced pilot.
Elizabeth, is there anything about this that screams to you intentionality,
No.
or that this was, something people wanted to happen?
Absolutely not. There's no way a experienced military instructor pilot who is doing the annual eval of the other pilot would do anything like this. No military member. Absolutely not.
Yeah, absolutely
Josh,
agree. We have no indication of that. So we have no indication that there was any kind of intent. Everybody was doing the thing that they were supposed to be doing. They're on the correct flight paths. Unfortunately, that you just can't occupy the space at the same time.
I appreciate you being measured. I appreciate you being open, and I appreciate you being fair. Elizabeth, thank you very much. Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.